You might think of Nanaimo as one big city, but here's the thing, it isn't. It's made up of dozens of micro-neighborhoods. In this video, I'll show you why Nanaimo is smaller than you think, and how neighborhoods just a few minutes apart can feel totally different. Hi, I'm Rita, and thanks for jumping back onto my channel, which is all about helping you learn about Nanaimo on Vancouver Island, BC, and whether it's the right move for you. Now, before we begin, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to book your call with me using my Calendly link. I would love to hear from you. So when I say smaller than you think, I don't mean size, I mean how varied it is. You cross one hill and suddenly you can go from nice manicured lawns and well-kept parks to some rougher looking dwellings. Your schools change, your price per square foot changes, your walkability changes, your views change, and you can't really predict what your neighborhood offers from the street address alone, as things can drastically change from one block to another. Your neighbors 2 streets over might have a completely different lifestyle. That's Nanaimo and its hyper-local real estate. So let's walk through a few examples of some regions in Nanaimo to prove this. Our first stop is Linley Valley in North Nanaimo. Linley Valley is tucked between Uplands, Long Lake, and Departure Bay, and just south of Hammond Bay Road and east of Rutherford Road, with the nearest elementary school being Randerson Ridge Elementary. Originally, much of it was a mix of wetlands, forest, and seasonal ponds, particularly around the Linley Valley West and Long Lake Road areas. As residential development expanded, particularly the Linley Point, Linley Valley Estates, and Rock City Road subdivisions, parts of the valley were selectively infilled and regraded to accommodate housing and road infrastructure. At its center, Caudle Lake Park is a network of trails and boardwalks through 145 acres of wilderness area, with the main access located at 3669 Rock City Road. This is a lovely, quiet community with many newer homes, particularly around Linley Valley Drive, Lindquist Road, and Linmont Road. The median sale price here over the last 6 months for a 3-bed, 2-bathroom home was around $998,000. There's also Linley Park Estates, townhouse stratas built between 2016 and 2022, located at the end of Linley Valley Road, so there is a good mix of residences here. Walkability is limited. You're mostly driving to get groceries or coffee, but you do get peace, nature, and that tucked away feel. So there's the difference between some neighborhoods in North Nanaimo, like Dover Estates, where you can walk almost anywhere, to Linley Valley, where you're a little bit more removed. Now onto a distinct sub-neighborhood inside of Departure Bay on the east coast of Nanaimo, and that's Cilaire. It sits above the bay with many ocean view properties, a mix of mid-century character homes and newer infill builds, and a small, quiet residential street network that feeds into Departure Bay's parks and services. Notably, Cilaire Elementary is a well-regarded school which just underwent a seismic upgrade in 2022. Much of Departure Bay, including Cilaire, contains homes built in the post-World War II era through the 1960s and 1970s, and most housing stock was built between the 1940s and 1990s. Expect older, well-built, mid-century single-family homes, and many lots are on sloping ground towards the bay that creates terraces, split levels, and often good sight lines to the water and harbor on the downslope side. Because a good portion were built mid-century, you'll see character like wood trim and mid-century massing alongside modernized renovations, which makes it one of my favorite places to take buyers. What I also like about Cilaire compared to some nooks in Departure Bay are that the lots are a little less irregular than some that you'll find in, let's say, the Sherwood Forest neighborhood, where it's often quite rocky with long and very steep driveways. Cilaire Drive itself is a nice street that you can ride your bike on and enjoy a stroll down to nearby Departure Bay Beach. Homes don't come up for sale very often in this lovely pocket of Nanaimo, so make sure that you get in touch with your trusted realtor to keep you informed if this is your desired location so you don't miss out. Lastly, let's head to South Nanaimo with 2 distinct neighborhoods close to one another, the University Village and Park Ave. University Village refers to the area around Vancouver Island University and its shopping plaza. Because of its proximity to the university, it's a good mix of rental and owner-occupied family homes on smaller lots with more density. The area itself does have some petty crime activity compared to some other areas of South Nanaimo, due to its proximity to downtown and the spillover of some of the issues there. I won't get too much into this area, as I did go into more detail in my video about the University District here, which you should definitely check out next. The Park Avenue area has experienced gradual development over the years, with a mix of older homes and newer construction. In 2019, the city of Nanaimo acquired the property at 933 Park Avenue, approximately 5 acres, to support affordable housing, community recreation, environmental protection, and food security. This acquisition is part of the broader development plans for the neighborhood. Additionally, a similar size lot has been listed for sale at 1015 Park Ave as a prime multifamily development opportunity, with previous plans approved for a significant amount of homes. This is a spot to keep your eyes on and is a prime example of why knowing your local market is important for your move here. It's easy to listen to the naysayers who say that the south end of the city is less desirable. If you have the right local knowledge, you can end up in a beautiful home in a great location for an amazing price. And as I mentioned in the beginning, some streets could have a very different vibe from one end to the other. Milton Street in the south end is a prime example of this. Here's why this should all matter to you. Prices can shift very quickly from one location to another. And not only that, but so can your lifestyle. Walkability, crime rates, noise levels, even your kids' school catchment can change quite drastically within a tiny boundary of the city. So that's it for today. If you'd like a deeper dive into these pockets or others, tell me in the comments. And if you have a moment, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and even hit that notification bell, as I'll be doing more hyper local neighborhood breakdowns soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.